I can't breathe in this thing.
Well, we're about to hit a very big number, and the base hasn't collapsed yet. The unfortunate part is that a lot of my base was set up with the expectation that everything would run, like all the time. Kind of like when you play Satisfactory, right? You get everything all set up, everything all, here's my ratios, here's all this, blah, blah, blah. And then the moment one thing stops, it just backs up everything down the line behind it, which might cause all kinds of other things to fail. And it's causing problems. I'm not using up enough oxygen to keep all these electrolyzers running, which means I'm not making enough hydrogen for certain things, and I'm not moving around enough cold liquids. So certain things are getting kind of warm. I don't know why there's brine on the floor in here. Things are getting kind of warm. Water is not flowing. Pause for a sec. There's supposed to be cold brine flowing through these lines to cool off the metal sitting here at the far end of the room. The problem is that that line's not moving. It's not moving at all. New log entry. What's this? 1,000 cycles. A major success. Yay! I've managed to not completely fail. This cooling pond is here so that when this guy pulls iron out, it lands in the cooling pond. I give it a while to cool, and then I let this guy pick it up. Again, the expectation was that there would be flowing brine here, but there's not flowing brine because I had to turn down oxygen production so the place wouldn't be popped eardrums all the time, which we've managed to solve that problem. And over here, I'm about to make our first steps outside, mostly just to dig that out, build this airlock, at least so that I'll come in, and this won't just suck everything out of the building when he opens it up. Although all things considered, if I managed to suck a lot of air out of the room, maybe a few things would run a bit better. The other issue I'm having is that I overestimated natural gas production. Notice a bunch of these are empty. Yeah, these guys are doing okay, but because of all the automation I put in, everything's running a lot more. So increased power draw. These guys aren't, like, they're not, it takes so long to fill the battery and then so quickly to empty it that my uptime and downtime are a little too lopsided, and I'm using up way more gas than I'd like to be. The only solution I can think of that I have on right now is the dumb solution, which is coal. And, okay, you know what? Someone build this damn automation line so this stuff runs better. So I threw in a whole lot of coal, and it's kind of working, which should hopefully give me enough power to run another oil well. This is all hooked into this polymer plant, and I don't want to try to extricate anything out of this. This is a steaming pile I don't want to go near anymore, but it does what it's supposed to. So either this reservoir, which is reasonably close and like this drop for the fire pole, probably going to be that one. I can't come down here because this is all blocked off to keep cooling water flowing. Hopefully, someone gets over here in the next little while. Because I miss having the slimy little bastards. Ever since they all died off because I didn't keep them warm enough. So now everything's nicely heated in here. I'm using piping from somewhere. I'm not going to care where anymore. Piping from somewhere should keep this high enough that they'll just make molten slicksters. And what carbon dioxide I do have coming out, I should be able to send in there. Where the hell are you going? Oh yeah, you're being pumped into here for dirty water. That's the plan at any rate. Let's see how well the plan works. And just when you think you got things figured out, something else piles up. My water geyser took a nap. I don't know how I forgot that was going to happen eventually. And that piping goes somewhere. It also heats this room. So this little guy was supposed to make more of himself. I got a regular egg out of it. And if I don't do anything fast, it'll cool off and you'll wind up making the long-haired ones that I don't want. I do have other sources of water. We have this down here. And I've got this over here. Here's how little this is being used. It's a cool steam vent, and it was... What were you doing? Nothing. You went straight into storage. You must have been doing something before. Maybe I wasn't bringing brine down. Maybe I wasn't doing that. Well, either way, you have a water hookup. I just have to get it halfway across the map. Oh joy. Well, the little molten slickster died, got old and died, and all I got out of it was one regular larva egg, so now I gotta be really, really careful. There aren't a whole lot of other of these guys left on the map that I can find. And I don't want to have to pin a strategy on a lucky roll on new printables. So I'll have to be really careful with this guy. Let's do this. So just in case something happens, I get another one out of there. What are we at? 77? I thought he was going to last a lot longer. I really did. But the impossibly long water pipeline got running again, and there's water dots where there should be, even if I don't pretend to have any idea what I have done with my own piping. So you look at this and you assume I'm doing this on purpose. This is how I naturally operate. This is every game of Satisfactory for me, which is why Gingerbeard absolutely hates playing it with me. Well, we've made her out onto the... we made it outside. Only took another 60-some cycles. And this... Oh yeah, because I didn't join that up. Almost have the entire transit tube system done, so my guys should spend a little less time walking aimlessly. So I am supposed to dig a hole out here and build a telescope, is that it? Telescope. And that's going to give me access to the planetarium and a whole bunch of technology I don't have yet. I also have to deal with the fact that it might get pasted by a meteorite. I'm supposed to use what again? Bunker doors or something like that. Bunker door. So go to bunker door. I have no idea what I'm doing. I have watched absolutely zero playthroughs. Okay, let's get this thing up. Virtual planetarium. Put you here, so I have to dig through too much dirt. And regolith and crap. And I need power. I have power over here. Cool. Let's run that through this tile in case something bad happens to it. I have no idea what this mafic rock is good for. You guys went outside and did one thing. I think eventually this would suck all of that hydrogen in. Yeah, just stand in the door. Leave the door wide open, why don't you? What are you doing? Seriously, what are you doing? Just sat there and left the door open. Oh yeah, and something else piled up here, didn't it? Pipe blocked. What's wrong with you? Oh, I'm not using up enough oxygen, that's why. So no worries there. Okay, please don't get yourself stuck outside. I've only got so many suits. I'm going to build a way over there and we'll... Guess we'll see what happens. So, one, I almost built the wrong thing. Needed a telescope, not a, that thing's tall. Taller than I thought. Built a telescope instead of a, or build a planetarium instead of a telescope. Speaking of which, hang on. Raw mineral, mafic rock. Because this mafic rock is like 200 and some degrees. I don't want that in my base. And then I need a virtual planetarium. How big is that thing? Stations, virtual planetarium. Oh, come on! For real? How am I supposed to put that? That's unfortunate. What's in you? Seeds. Okay, we can move. Let's move the seed chest over here. Yeah, let's do that. Deconstruct that. Deconstruct this battery. Deconstruct this thing. Oxygen diffuser, which we're not using anymore. Deconstruct that, and then here's where I find it requires way more power. Virtual planetarium. Oh, only 120 watts. Okay, that's all the oxygen diffuser was pulling. So when someone gets in here and dismantles all this stuff, and now every. Didn't I tell you to just deconstruct that? Don't put stuff in it. It's being torn apart. You get the hole and seeds. Now, there, ha! Almost like I had it planned. What am I making you out of? Iron ore. Yeah, I'm fine with that. All the way back up here. The problem is going to be that I got to move all of this junk out of the way. All this regolith out of the way to do what I got to do. And it falls like sand. Any problems you have? No analysts. No powder ware. Oh, I need oxygen. Why does it need oxygen? I mean, you're in a spacesuit. What do you? Okay, whatever. Yeah, fine. Let's run it through the 4. Just in case. Maps, blah, blah, blah. Must possess field research. Open star map. Let's try that one. Selected. Use a telescope. Research world mass. Analyze object once we got all this crap out of the way. And then I gotta start working on rockets, don't I? Spent 1,000 cycles working on getting this place running, and now I gotta go and get ready to make someplace else running. That's gonna be an adventure. However, managed to bring Slicksters back from the brink of extinction. Got another molten one. Hopefully they don't eat all my carbon dioxide and starve to death like last time. Hopefully. I'll let you know if they do. See you in the future.